Good morning, everyone. This is Uma coming to you live on the morning of Monday, February 13th. Ooh, day before Valentine's. So let's jump into it with the Lotus Lounge Podcast today. This is season 2, episode 10. And today our talk is going to be about our words. Did you know our words carry vibrations? Well, we're going to get all into that, along with your weekly Tarotscope to see what the energy of the week is, as well as some helpful advice from our crystal angels and our goddess of the week, along with our powerful affirmation. So let's jump right into it. Returning subscribers, welcome back. I appreciate your love and support. Thank you. And to those of you who make donations to my Cash App, I really appreciate that. All that information will be in the description of this podcast. For those of you that are new, welcome. I hope you click subscribe and you come back, because this is a weekly offering of mine in an effort to help you set the mood, set the energy right for the week. So let's take a nice deep breath in and exhale. And let's just begin with a little centering meditation. Take a nice deep breath in. Inhale all the positive energy around you. Exhale all your worries, your fears, your concerns into the universe. Inhale all the positive energy around you. Exhale all your worries, your cares, your concerns to the universe. Now bring your attention to your heart, and for 1 minute, just think about all the things you are grateful for. An attitude of gratitude lifts your vibration. Now let's do some affirmations together. I am powerful. I am wise. I am intuitive. I am spiritual. I am love. I attract abundance to me. I am a magnet for miracles. Peace and joy are the cornerstones in my life. All of life comes to me with ease and joy. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Welcome in, everyone. Now, if you've been on the mindfulness path, you would be very mindful of the fact that we are in the second week of February, and you would feel good about it. because you've been on track with your goals, your schedules, your obligations, your quality time by yourself, with your family, your friends. So take a moment now for a mental inventory. We are now in the second week of 2023, of the second month, my bad. How are you feeling about that? If you're beginning to feel like, wow, life has gotten away from me already. It's already February and I haven't accomplished anything in January, or let alone the start of February. What you can do now is pause this podcast, get a pen and paper, and write down what you'd like to accomplish before the end of February. I usually have different categories, such as my physical goals, mental health goals, spiritual goals, social circle goals, career goals, and personal goals. So maybe you can do it like that. Pause the podcast and write down a few things. I mean, we only have 2 weeks left in this month. So maybe pick 3 or 4 things to focus on that you can accomplish for the month of February. And then set your mindset for March in what you'd like to accomplish then. It's okay. You can pause me. I'll wait. And in the meantime, we're going to move on to our affirmation of the day. Our affirmation of the day is, I am proud. I deeply love and accept myself. I trust the universe has a beautiful plan for me. As we say this affirmation, think of all the ways you are doing well in life. It is so easy to focus on the negative or where you are lacking. But today, with this affirmation, Spirit is asking you to please be proud of all the accomplishments you have manifested for yourself. Be proud of where you are, of who you are, and what you have. Because by being in this state of spiritual pride, then more can come to you. The universe loves to gift a grateful heart. So be grateful and appreciative of what you have got going on for yourself, and what will come in the future. That is your affirmation of the day. All right, so let's jump into our talk for today, because I caught myself. Did you guys see that? Well, you'll understand after I read my blog. But I caught myself in saying something that I no longer need to say. And this is kind of what prompted me to do this blog, is because last week I was very observant of the way I was speaking. So let's jump into it and then we will discuss afterwards. The blog of the week, by the way, if for those of you that are visual and like to see things in front of you, it is on my website, thelotusandthelight.com. And every week I upload a new blog. Okay, so your words carry vibrations. Use them with insight is the name of the blog today. I never really paid attention to the way I used words. Verbal communication has always been a source of frustration to me as a sensitive, because I learned from a very young age that words seldom portrayed a person's intents. I rather pay attention to their energy, which can be seen through actions. However, as I grew older and learned the metaphysical sciences of life, I understood that thoughts create our reality, and that made me more aware of my words. If my thoughts create my reality, then my words and actions are the foot soldiers to take the command and make it solid. I studied the way I spoke, and I found that little things could be changed to bring about a better result. For example, I noticed that my empath abilities could detect small changes in my energy when I chose certain words. There was a month in particular that I remember about the value of my words. I started a 30-day gratitude challenge where I had to write down 5 things I was grateful for every morning and read it every night. I started off the month with high hopes and excitement, but by the end of the first week, I was feeling drained and sad and exhausted. What gives? I took some time off the gratitude challenge and I found surprisingly that my energy returned. What gives? I looked over my notes and I found what was bothering me. It was the word gratitude that irked my soul. Every time I reread my sentences, I noticed my energy dipped a little when I said that word. I had to sit and think about why this would happen, and I could not figure it out until I watched an Abraham Hicks video on the exact same topic. Esther Hicks, the speaker, even talked about the word gratitude. It's funny how the universe lines up to bring you things that you have a question about. Esther Hicks noted that the word gratitude made you feel happy to be somewhere better from somewhere bad. So every time you said the word gratitude, you invoked memories of that bad place you were in. For example, I'm grateful to have what I have. You can hear the past with that, can't you? When I say it for my own life, I immediately invoke memories of days past when I didn't have it as good as I have it now. I switched the word from gratitude to appreciation and had a much better experience. I am filled with appreciation for all the good in my life. Now that feels much better. When I say appreciation, I think only of all the good things happening for me in the now. No more reflections on the past and the path I took to get here. We are right here in the present. Last week, I tried 3 new things to really understand the impact of words for myself, and I wanted to see how words were affecting those I interact with. This is what I did and what I found. Number 1, say less, listen more. I learned which of my friends were using thoughtful words and manifesting their dreams, and I watched silently as some other friends were not as careful and kept going into a dark place, not by anyone else's actions, but their own words. This exercise taught me how to be a good friend in the future, as now I can help my friends correct their energetic imprint to bring them better results. Number 2, reword, reword, reword. I learned to slow down in my speech and check on my energy while I was in conversation. If I felt a dip in my energy, I would try to wrap up the topic or change things. If I felt an immense high, I knew the topic and the company was good for my soul. And I kept going. I actually made a change in my interactions last week by doing this. Choosing to invest my time in people who made me feel really light and cutting back on those who drained me. Number 3, learn the energy. I started paying attention more to my body and honoring its needs over my wants. Whoa, that was deep. I remember there was one night last week I just ate everything in sight. And I realized I have been starving my body because I've been in overwork mode. But it worked. I realized that many of us have diarrhea of the mouth, where we just keep talking and talking and at the same time wasting and wasting our energies. Most times I didn't have to correct my words because I would pick it up in my thoughts. If my thoughts made me feel sad, I would switch and think of something else. I must have done this 300 times last week, but it was worth it because I found safe little spaces I could go in no matter what was going on around me. I regained my power in my life by ignoring those who tried to take it. This week, I challenge you to do the same. Pay attention to the words you are speaking in your life and see if they help or hinder you. Sometimes it's a simple little life hack, like this is all that is needed for some major improvements. So that was my blog for the week. What do you guys think? Are you going to be paying attention more to your words and the feelings it invokes in you? Are you going to watch the energy and company of those around you? Or are you kind of like, Uma, this is not for me. I'm going to move on to something else. It's okay. At the end of the day, what I really love about writing these blogs is I get to share my personal reflection and insights with the world. And sometimes it just resonates with some of you who write me back and say, Uma, I was thinking the same exact thing. So for those of you who can get the gist of this, try it out this week and see if maybe there are just some words in your life that is hindering you instead of helping you. You know, the more you know. Let's jump into our crystal message of the day. The crystal angels brought us this crystal for us to use. It is amethyst. And on the card, it says, revealing your true self. As you allow others to know the real you, you'll feel loved for who you truly are. The message of amethyst. This crystal comes to you to reassure you that it is safe to be real and authentic with others. You will feel much better when you reveal your true feelings, even if others don't understand. Bottling them up isn't healthy, nor is it effective. Remember that people can disagree and still love each other, provided that they treat the relationship with respect. If you have been teased for being different, you may fear revealing your true self. Your guardian angel is assuring you that you are unique and created for a special purpose, and you will find your special purpose by revealing your uniqueness. So, Amethyst is asking you to reveal your true self this week and trust that people will attract to you based on that. That is a really powerful message because when I started out as a metaphysical center owner, I was given so much advice by so many people not to be or do who I am. And at first you might think, Uma, why would you do that? You're loved exactly the way you are, which is true. But in times like that, when you're now starting out and you don't know much about anything, you tend to listen to whoever is guiding you. And yes, it was the wrong information, but I'm glad I found my way out of it. The best thing you can do is be yourself and trust that there's people out there who will love you for what you are. So let's get our goddess guidance message for the day before we get into our weekly reading. Our goddess message today comes from Kuan Yin, compassion. Kuan Yin asks us to release judgments about ourselves and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. So this is the message from Kuan Yin. Gentleness is the strength behind true power, and it comes from feeding yourself with nourishing words, thoughts, deeds, intentions, and all forms of food. Shield yourself from harshness by placing an intention to attract only kind and gentle life lessons and relationships. Transform harshness into gentleness by refusing to see anything but the shining light that's within each person and situation. This intention begins with your relationship with yourself. Be very gentle with yourself in all ways. Be happy, be kind, be sweet, but most of all, be true to you. Interesting that the goddess guidance message is in alignment with the crystal message, which is in alignment with my blog this week. You know, when you have synchronicity like that, that's just spirit trying to tell you one message. Be you. Be authentically you. And for those of you who are asking for answers to questions, that is your answer. Be you and do what you want and trust that everything will work out as it needs to be. That is your message from Kuan Yin. I think sometimes when we think of compassion, we think about compassion for other people. And we keep forgetting that we ourselves need compassion as well. So that is just a reminder, everyone, that we also need compassion. All right, let's get into the reading of the week. This is the weekly Tarotscope for the week of Monday, February 13th to Sunday, February 19th. Let's see what comes up. Okay, we have 2 cards. We need 1 more. Ooh. Interesting cards here. Okay, so for the beginning of the week, we have the sacrifice card. This is a card about making sacrifices. Let's clarify that, please, with 2 clarifying cards, or 3, depending on how much Spirit wants to give us. All right, we got 2. The clarifying cards for sacrifice is Queen of Cups and the Emperor. All right. Monday and Tuesday, the energy is on you. This is about putting your self-care first. I'm kind of laughing a little bit because usually I start my day with yoga, meditation, and gym before I get to work. But today, because my schedule is a little changed, I have some commitment at 1 o'clock and things like that. I said, you know what? I will start my work first and then do my gym later. Because why? I don't want to rush my gym routine. I love to work out and I love to take my time at the gym and do what I need to do. So that's the energy of Monday and Tuesday, is that. The Emperor is about structure and logic and discipline and organization. The Queen of Cups is about nurturing yourself and nurturing the relationships in your life. So the sacrifice card tells me that for some of you, remember, this is a general reading. For some of you, you have been doing too much, sacrificing yourself, for the greater good. Maybe you're a single mom with kids and you're running around trying to do for them as much as you can and neglecting yourself. Maybe you have a partner that is very needy or demanding of your time, or friends or work. The idea is you got to put all that to the back seat right now, because if you don't, you can sacrifice your health as well. So the Emperor and the Queen of Cups, clarifying the sacrifice card, is a message about self-care. Monday and Tuesday, make a plan on how you can get more rest, more nutrition, for some of you, more water, and for all of you, more healthier interactions within your relationships. Do not let people stress you, and you do not stress other people. All right? That is the message for Monday and Tuesday. Now, we go to the middle of the week, and we have Rest and Rejuvenate for Wednesday and Thursday. The Rest and Rejuvenate card is followed by the 9 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. All good cards. This is saying that if you take some time to take care of yourself, nurture yourself on Wednesday and Thursday, you're going to be in a high vibrational place to attract to you all that you desire. 9 of Cups is wishes come true, dreams come true. Wheel of Fortune is things start moving again in a positive direction. So whatever you're doing on Wednesday and Thursday, taking some time out is not slowing down or being lazy. It's resetting your energy. So the activities I would do Wednesday or Thursday, actually it's funny because my girlfriends and I are going to the spa, so that's going to be fun. I would do a spa day, or I would do some meditation, maybe take a walk in nature, maybe journal. The idea of Wednesday and Thursday is take that time out from the busyness of your life so you can reset your energy. All right? And finally, for the weekend, we have the Spiritual Union card. Makes sense because it is Valentine's on Tuesday, and most couples wait until the weekend to do something special, especially if people are working or in long distance relationships. You might have to go a little bit further than February 14th. Clarifying the Spiritual Union card, we have the Fool, and we have Five of Wands. This is a new beginning. So some of you, you're in a relationship and you guys have not been on the same page for a while. It might have been work has got you crazy, or taking care of the kids, or just missing each other. But by the weekend, we do see a connection coming. The Five of Wands indicated the conflict. The Fool is a new beginning. Remember, this is a general reading. So for some of you, this is for people who are in a relationship, they have reconciliation happening over the weekend. This is when two people see each other, they remember what this is about. It's about the love and the partnership and less about the money or the kids or the drama and trauma of other people. So the idea here is that you're going to have a great weekend with your loved one. And for those of you that are single, this can indicate that you might meet someone new over the weekend. The Fool is starting a new journey. And as you can see, the Fool has their back to the Five of Wands. So this can be some of you letting go of the past, moving on from past partners. Maybe you were waiting on an ex or reconciliation with someone unhealthy for you. And by you choosing to look to the future, you can invite in somebody that is on your level. So that is the reading for the week of February 13th. I hope it resonated. Please, guys, if you can, drop a comment. Let me know if it resonated. Hit like on this video to show your support of my channel. And if you can, subscribe, because we will definitely be getting more readings in the future. That is your reading for the week. Alrighty, before I go, I just want to remind you guys that we do have events at Lotus online and in person. It has been slow going with the online and in-person events. I know it's like after the New Year's, so everybody's just kind of getting back to their norm. So I just want to remind you that if you sign up an RSVP for events at Lotus, you can find it on my website, thelotusandthelight.com, that we require payment up front for 2 to 4 students to let the event go through. If we have less than 2 to 4 students, depending on the class, then we will have a cancellation. We usually require at least 2 students for the major classes, the big classes, and at least 4 students for the smaller classes, because most of the classes are interaction classes, all right? So if you're coming out to Lotus, or if you're looking for some self-development, or, classes to grow your brand, your profession, or just your spiritual path, please RSVP, send in your payment, and then if we have the minimums, we will definitely go ahead. The special for the month of February at Lotus is an IET session, a 50-minute IET session for $95. Usually it's $120, so that's a great discount. And IET is for emotional healing. I chose that for the month of February because this is the heart month, right? So we want to make sure that everybody gets their healing in, healing of their heart traumas, so that they can move ahead and be better. That's it for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Love you guys lots. Thank you so much for the support and the donations to keep me going. I will see you again next week with the Lotus Lounge Podcast. Bye.